Hey guys, so I don't know if you noticed anything different, but I'm recording on my phone this time, so if it's a bit different or maybe even better quality, that's why. Um, the reason why is just because I want to upload this tomorrow. I'm not going to use the computer to upload it like I normally do, so, and this video is going to be a bit rushed, even though I'm still going to like say everything, but yeah. So this one's going to be the round 2 preview for Carolina versus New York. It's currently like 10, but I'm going to upload this tomorrow morning because I have work tomorrow morning, so I don't have time to upload it tonight. I got to sleep. So it's going to be Carolina versus New York. So I'm going to go through round 1 for both teams, obviously. So again, I'm in my sister's room, hence the pink background. So for New York, they won the series 4-0, which we've already gone through. So New York won game 1 4-3 in overtime. New York won game 2 3-1. Game 3, New York won 4-1 in Pittsburgh. Then game 4, they won 3-1 in Pittsburgh. And that's it. So on the road, they were 2-0, and at home, they are obviously 2-0. And they obviously swept Pittsburgh. For Carolina, much different. So game 1, Washington won 4-2 in Washington. Game 2, Washington won in overtime 4-3 to take a 2-0 series lead to Carolina. Game 3, Carolina won very convincingly 5-0 to make it a 2-1 series. Game 4, they did win 2-1 as well to tie the series. So at that point, home teams were 4-0. Game 5, Washington won 6-0 to continue the home winning trend. In Game 6, Carolina continued that as well. They won 5-2. Game 7, Carolina broke the trend by winning 4-3 in double overtime in Washington. So Carolina won the series 4-3. I was shocked, but I was happy because I did not want Washington in the playoffs. And it's nice to see the Stanley Cup champs be eliminated. And like that's like not even the first team that got out. So it's been a lot of, good teams that went out. So Carolina at home was 3-0, and then on the road Carolina was 1-3. So that one win got them the win of the series. So that's really good. That one win was really important. So going into the power play penalty kill, so Carolina was 3 for 25 on the power play, a really bad 12%. Carolina was 18 for 24 on the penalty kill, which is 75%. New York was 2 for 13 on the power play, which is 15%, so slightly better than Carolina's. And then they killed 10 out of 11 power plays, which is 91%. So New York's penalty kill and power play is both better than Carolina's. Their regular season records, New York was 48-27-7. Carolina was 46-29-7, just to kind of like show you how their records matched up. Going into the season series now. So October 28th, New York won 2-1 in Carolina. November 24th, New York won 4-1 in New York. And then January 8th, Carolina won 4-3 in New York. And apparently the season series for New York is 3-1-0. Carolina won 2-1. So there was one more game that I missed. But for some reason, the 3 just came up for me when I put the season series in Google, so it didn't come up. But apparently, in New York is 3-1-0 against Carolina. So of course, going into the playoff records, once again, Carolina 4-3, New York 4-0. And New York does have home ice in this series, and the series will start tomorrow night. I'm going to be uploading this tomorrow morning, so tonight it's going to start. So the New York Islanders will face off against the Carolina Hurricanes for the first time in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference second round is at Barclays Center on Friday at 7 p.m. The Islanders are in the second round for the first time since 2016 and are coming off their second playoff series win since 1993. New York has not played since completing its sweep of the Pittsburgh Penguins in the first round April 16th. The Hurricanes rallied to end the Washington Capitals' defense of the Stanley Cup and finished off their first round series with a 4-3 double overtime win in Game 7 at Capital One Arena on Wednesday. This is Carolina's first trip to the postseason since 2009. Going into some game breakers, sorry. So for the Islanders, forward Jordan Eberle scored in each of New York's 4 games against Pittsburgh in the first round, after having 5 goals in the final 7 games of the regular season. For the Hurricanes, center Jordan Staal had 6 points, 3 goals, 3 assists in the 7-game series against the Capitals and changed the tone of the series with 10 hits in Game 3. Staal helped the Penguins win the Stanley Cup in 2009. Going into the goaltending, for the Islanders, Robin Lehner, a finalist for the Vezina Trophy, saved 130 of 136 shots. Sorry, I'm just trying to... There we go. against the Penguins. He is the first NHL goalie to win his first 4 playoff starts since Michael Layton of the Philadelphia Flyers in 2010. For the Hurricanes, Peter Mrazek saved 48 of 49 shots in Games 3 and 4 at home against Washington, then made 34 saves in Game 7 to help Carolina extend its season. So going into some numbers to know for the Islanders, 3 is the magic number for New York. It scored at least 3 goals in each of the 4 games against Pittsburgh and swept the series. The Islanders went 38-2-2 during the regular season when they scored at least 3 goals. For the Hurricanes, should the series go the distance, watch out for forward Justin Williams, nicknamed Mr. Game 7. He had an assist on forward Brock McGinn's double overtime goal against the Capitals and has an NHL record 15 points in Game 7, 7 goals, 8 assists. His teams are 8-1 in those games. Going into some injuries, so for the Hurricanes, forward Andrei Svechnikov is skating after sustaining a concussion during Game 3 against the Capitals. Forward Michael Furlan sustained an upper body injury in Game 3 and has resumed skating. For the Islanders, defenseman Johnny Boychuk sustained a lower body injury in Game 4 at Pittsburgh and is expected to be out another 2 to 3 weeks. Forward Tanner Fritz had surgery last month after a blood clot formed in his hand, but he is expected to resume skating shortly. Forward Andrew Ladd is out for the season with a knee injury. So they said it. So the Hurricanes coach Rod Brind Amor, I know they're sitting here probably licking their chops. I think we all would be the way this series went. 7 games, overtimes, the grind of this series was, injuries that were racked up, and they're just sitting there for 10 days, or I don't know how long. I know they're a great team, and that's why they had a pretty easy first round. They know how to win, and they do it right. And then the Islanders forward Matt Martin said, I don't think anyone gave either of these teams a whole lot of credit, and they deserve a lot of credit. The way they battled the second half of the year to kind of get in the playoffs, I think resiliency is a good word for them. I think it's going to be a great series. They've got some speed, they got some talent, they work really hard. We will need to be ready and at our best. So going into they will win if, so the Islanders will win if they can force the Islanders to play their style, much like they did for the majority of the first round against the Penguins. New York essentially shut down Pittsburgh over the final 3 games, allowing 3 goals. The defense pair of Adam Palek and Ryan Pollock was sensational against Sidney Crosby's line, a trend that will need to continue against Carolina center Sebastian Aho, who had 5 points, 2 goals, 3 assists against Washington. And for the Hurricanes, if they continue to receive offensive contributions from the defensemen, Jacob Slavin led Carolina in the first round with 9 assists, and Dougie Hamilton had 6 points, 3 goals, 3 assists, including 3 on the power play. And now going into the prediction, which is always the hard part. So I think yet again, as in all my other videos, I did think that I did think a lot of them was going to go 5-7, and I think this is another series that could potentially go another 6 to 7 games. So I think all these second round matchups could go 6 to 7 games, and the reason why is just because like they've been so good. Like both teams are good. Like yes, the Islanders won in 4, and then the Hurricanes won in 7, but they played a harder team, you know what I mean? Well, I mean, Pittsburgh is good too, but they just easily like shut them down. It's like it was nothing for them. So for them, it was just easy. But I do think it could be a longer series. I do not think the Islanders will sweep them. That's for damn sure. But you never know. I didn't expect the Pittsburgh Penguins to get swept. So I'm not going to say it's not going to happen. I just don't expect it to. But will it? Maybe. I don't know. Anything can clearly happen. So yeah, so I think, again, this series also goes 6 to 7 games. I feel like the Islanders will win it, and I think 6 to 7 games. Just because I think they have been a better team. They obviously took care of Pittsburgh quite easily, so I'm not just going off of that. Well, I kind of am, because they won in 4, they won in 7, so, but I mean, I think both teams definitely have a chance, but I think the Islanders do have the better chance, if you ask me. Again, I'm no hockey expert, so I don't know for sure, but I do think the Hurricanes or the Islanders have a good chance, but I think the Hurricanes have a pretty decent chance too, considering they beat, they still won. I mean, they only won 1 game in Washington, but that 1 game was the important one that they really needed to win. So, and they did that. So, I mean, they did it somehow. So, they won the series, and now we're here. So, I guess we'll see what happens, but best of luck to both teams. I have no idea who's going to win this, but I do think it'll go 6 to 7 games, and I do think it'll be the Islanders. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. And that's basically it. I will be doing a Raptors round 2 preview video. I don't even know why I never did it for the round 1. I wanted to, but I just didn't get to it. But I should be able to. I already kind of have like the thing already kind of like done. I have to just add maybe a few more things, and then I can actually do the video, and then I can obviously just easily post it. So it should definitely be up tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday, or sorry, this is going to be up today. So, or this is going to be up tomorrow. So today's Friday. So I should have it up tonight at some point because I do not work well, I'm off Saturday. So I should be able to be up like later tonight. So it'll be better. But yeah, I hope you guys like this video. Wish me luck for my 8-hour shift tomorrow, starting at 8 a.m. I've never worked at 8 a.m. before. It's my first time doing a day shift, so it'll be kind of, but we'll see how that goes. Anyway, I hope you guys did like this video. I'll see you guys in the Raptors one, and yeah, that's basically it. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya.